When it comes to Memorial Day travel, misery loves company, and that's certainly been the expectation for Washington State Ferry passengers.
Yeah, the company or the state entity predicts more than 350,000 people will board over the holiday weekend, stretching a system that already doesn't have enough boats. Fox 13's Shira Matsuzawa explains how the state plans to juggle a wave of travelers and that ongoing boat shortage.
They say to help prepare, they've staffed up and they're confident that rolling into this busy season, they're in better shape than they have been in a long time. Lines and lines of cars like this waiting for the next ferry. It's a familiar sight at ferry terminals up and down Puget Sound. And soon, the lines of cars here will get even longer.
So we really have to plan ahead.
We literally carry about double the number of passengers during the summer months that we do during the winter months.
Washington State Ferry spokesperson Ian Sterling says they expect around 350,000 people to travel next weekend alone for the Memorial Day holiday period.
This is our Super Bowl. Here we go.
And to make sure their Super Bowl is filled with touchdowns rather than fumbles, Ian says they've hired hundreds and hundreds of people to prepare for their busiest time of the year. But there is one challenge they've been dealing with on the field, or rather the water. The number of boats they have.
We've got a 21 vessel fleet right now. To really run what we were doing pre-pandemic, we need 26 boats. So we're definitely short on vessels. We're operating 15 right now.
So it's already been hard, so it's probably just going to get a little worse.
Gary rides the ferry at least once or twice a month to Port Angeles and knows you sometimes have to be patient.
I might come early and bring a book, grab a beer on the ferry when I can.
For Tana, she has her own routine when she knows the ferries will be busy.
I'm usually here at least 2 ferries early. Sounds silly, but at least then I know if I have to wait in line, I can get to where I need to go on time.
There is a solution floating on the horizon, though.
We're getting ready to put an invitation to bid out for the next 5 vessels. Those are funded thanks to the governor and the legislature.
It will still take a few years to build a ferry, but they're looking at building more than one at a time. Something they haven't done in years.
Ferries is not in a crisis. Ferries is in a recovery mode, and we're clawing our way back. You know, we have an enviable success rate. 99+% of sailings are completed, and you can't say the same for the bus, right? Or if we all go to the airport, we know what the chances are that your plane may be delayed.
For the first time in his memory, Ian says they're actually overstaffing the boats, but he says just like rush hour on the freeway, he advises everyone to be patient this summer. He also says you can travel during the off-peak times and make a reservation on some ferries if it allows you to do so and pass that line. In Seattle, Shira Matsuzawa, Fox 13 News.